Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for the last album review that I'm doing for this Friday's new releases. This is for Rise Against's new album, Nowhere Generation. I just got done listening to. Sorry, I kind of burped for a second. Please forgive me on that. I was drinking Coke and all that, soda or whatever, and yeah, it kind of got to me a bit, but I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this new Rise Against album called Nowhere Generation and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I gotta say, almost all the songs are bangers for sure. They were very good. I think the first five songs did very good. Um, but when you get to the second half of the album, the songs kind of do sound the same, but if you look past that and just like the music for what it is, this is a pretty awesome album, to be honest. I think it's much better than Wolves, in my opinion. I wasn't hating Wolves, I just didn't find it to be well executed. Uh, I just didn't find any good qualities about the album that I liked. There were certain songs I liked, but the other songs sounded iffy off the Wolves album. Like the violence was one of them that I wasn't crazy about. Um, but I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the title track's not that bad or not the best." The Nowhere Generation song, which I can understand where they're coming from, but I personally loved it. I think it was a really good song to start off as the second single. Broken Dreams Incorporated is on this album, so I was like, yes. So I was like, oh yeah, this was a really good one. And I just did a new track review on them like almost 2 days ago for Talking to Ourselves, and that song was not bad. Not my favorite one, but yeah, The Numbers was one of my favorite songs off this album. Personally, it was one of the best songs on the album. The other songs tend to sound the same, to be honest. And that could be a down step from what I was going to really give this album. But still, the album did very good. Please forgive me on that. I didn't mean to cough like that. It's just mucus came up, and yeah, it's really disgusting. I'm sorry that I'm telling you that. I've been having problems lately with just coughing lately, and definitely gotta get busy on cleaning my house. Uh, but yeah, Forfeit is another song that I personally liked. Uh, it was really nice with Tim's voice, and I guess the guitar was coming in a bit. It wasn't a really heavy song. I think it was like acoustic or something. But Monarch brings it back to that Rise Against kind of level where you're like, oh, this is gonna go pretty fast. And it did go pretty fast, but I think Numbers was the fastest song on the album. It was one of the best. It was one of my most favorite songs of 2021. And Monarch is another good song. Sounds Like was very good too. I really enjoyed that one quite a lot. Sooner or later, I was really surprised the lead singer Tim decided to go with a scream at I believe the bridge part of the song, and it before the bridge, and I was like, whoa! I was like, did not expect that, but still, it did very well. I really enjoyed Sooner or Later. Middle of a Dream was very good. Um, the chorus is fine, but the song itself did an awesome job. I personally like this song. And the final track, Rules of Play, was a great way to end the album. It went This whole Rise Against album made me feel like I was listening to a great Rise Against album. And I was like, shit, this is better than Wolves. So when I say that, I mean that the songs are well structured, well executed. Um, there's great guitar work, great drum work, and Tim's vocal potential is better and not so lazily as much. I know in Wolves they tried their best. They wanted to try something a little different, but I don't know. There were certain songs I was not impressed with on that album. Uh, but it's an album that I'd have to go back and listen to, and I'll probably do a Tuesday album review on it eventually, uh, when I come around to it. But overall, I thought Rise Against his new album, Nowhere Generation, was a pretty awesome album. It definitely rocks for sure. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't heard it, and it is coming out at midnight tonight. So it's definitely worth purchasing for sure, because this is a most anticipated album to be excited for, and it was worth the wait. They did release 4 singles, so that kind of was a little too much, but as long as they didn't release almost a whole album, which I know AFI did that, and their new album comes out next Friday, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Or I'll just have to wait and see how it sounds and all that. But for a score, I'm going to give Rise Against his Nowhere Generation a good 9.5 out of 10. This was a really awesome album, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's definitely worth purchasing for sure, because the songs did very well. I'm really surprised that there was a scream part in the Sooner or Later song. I was really hyped for that. I was like, holy shit, this is actually really good. I didn't expect him to scream like that because I thought they were starting to go a little mellow and all that and tone down a bit with their screaming potential, but he actually ripped out a good scream. Tim McIlrath did in that Sooner or Later song. So that's what I liked about the album, that it had a little twist and turn and a good surprise for you. And this album definitely rules for sure. I wouldn't say it's the best album of 2021, but it's gonna be on the best albums of 2021 for sure on my list. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Rise Against album, Nowhere Generation, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review I made for you guys, like getting close to late afternoon or so, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I will be returning to you for a track review in a little bit. I'm gonna have to get busy on some chores. I've been slacking today and coming at you for quite a bit of videos, so I'm gonna do one more track review, then I gotta get busy with other things for you guys. But I hope you did enjoy this album review for Rise Against Nowhere Generation. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible, and I definitely see myself purchasing this album in time. It's just right now need to save a little bit of money, and since there's rain coming in, and I thought it was gonna rain, but I guess it's not. It's acting weird, this weather. Fucking global warming, man. Uh, but yeah, uh, I think Rise Against did a very good job on this album, and I'll give them praise for this one because they really impressed me with this album. I know it took 4 years for this album to happen, because Wolves came out in 2017. They were supposed to have an album come out last year, but due to COVID, things got delayed. So at least they found a perfect release date to release it on, and the album's gonna be out at midnight tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and hopefully it helped you understand my point of view on what I thought of the record. But stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.